What's good with y'all boys? It's Garments Finds, and today I got another video for y'all. Today we're gonna be talking about the best one-to-one sneakers to be selling in 2025. Specifically Q4, you know what I'm saying? As you know, Q4 is the best time to be selling things and make your profits, just because everybody is gonna be buying things around this time because of Christmas and holidays. So this is honestly the best time to be selling, all right? Now we're gonna get straight into it. Most of these shoes that I'm gonna be listing is gonna be in my supplier, my shoe supplier, you know what I'm saying? In my shoe supplier, it's not only Dior B30s, but Balenciaga runners, Balenciaga tracks, you know what I mean? Other Dior's, Prada's, all types of shoes, you know what I'm saying? Every designer shoe that you can think of, you know what I mean? It'll be listed down in my supplier link. So make sure y'all go down and tap in with that, because it has all the shoes that you can think of within my supplier link. So yeah, and it's only $5, you know what I'm saying? $5, only $5. Now, the first shoe that I'm gonna list off, just because I have experience with it, I'm not gonna be saying what's the best or what's the worst. I'm basically just gonna be telling you what I know works and what I've sold personally, okay? Now, the first shoes I got up is the Dior B30s. Dior B30s was always a shoe that I was able to flip, you know what I'm saying? I literally have a video on that. I'll probably leave it in the description below. But basically, I flipped hella money using Dior B30, okay? It was just really fast money. Now, I don't know if it still works now, but I have checked Depop. It's still selling at a good price. So you could still flip money, you know, buying Dior B30s and reselling them on Depop or eBay or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They still got some good profits. Even though a lot more people have hopped on the wave, that doesn't mean that it doesn't work, okay? What I would suggest if you're selling Dior B30s is choose a colorway that you don't see a lot on Depop or eBay, because, you know what I'm saying, the more you stand out, the less competition you have, because you're not selling the same shoe as anybody else, okay? Make sure they're neutral colors. I always like to do neutral colors. I don't like, you know, rainbow shoes or like hella crazy shoes. I try to keep it simple, try to get black and white shoes, black and brown, you know what I mean? Very neutral colors that anyone can match with an outfit, you know what I mean? Anybody has in their wardrobe to wear, you know what I mean? Now on to the next is Balenciaga runners. Now the thing with Balenciaga runners, they are priced a little higher than any other designer shoe, and that's just because they have a higher demand, and I'm pretty sure they take more material to actually make. You know what I mean? They're more higher quality, and it takes a lot more time to make Balenciaga runners compared to like Dior B30s or regular Dior's, just because they're more simplistic. The great thing about Balenciaga runners is that I was always able to sell them for a really good price, like 200 plus, you know what I'm saying, minimum. You do not need to sell them for under $200, just because there's a very high demand for Balenciaga runners, just because it's a very nice and unique shoe. And both sides love them. Fashion people love the shoes, you know what I'm saying? The YNs love the shoe, you know what I'm saying? There's a very big fan base for Balenciaga runners, and you can pair it up with like any jeans, anything. A lot of people wear them with shorts, baggy jeans, whatever, you know what I mean? Skinny jeans, it doesn't matter. You can wear them with literally anything. And obviously, if you want some Balenciaga runners or a good supplier for some Balenciaga runners, the link is down in the description below. $5 for my supplier link, you know what I'm saying? Tap in. I love giving some information to the people, and I love when y'all eat. Or if you don't want to buy my link, you can always just search it up and do your own research to find a good supplier for yourself. Well, I would suggest don't use DHgate. Try to find a supplier that not only ships fast but has good high quality. It may be more pricey than DHgate. In the long run, it'll work out for you and it'll be more favorable for you, because you get more clientele because the higher quality and the faster shipping times. So you can keep reinvesting more and more and more and more. You know what I mean? The next shoe I got on the list is Louis Vuitton. But not any type of Louis Vuitton skates, okay? Louis Vuitton skates be going like crazy, okay? People love those shoes, you know what I mean? They're very simplistic. They remind me of Dunks. I think people buy them because they are just literally designer Dunks. But anyways, they're a really cool pair of shoes, and they always sell really quickly. I think they're on the more cheaper side to make for supplies, just because they're more on the, you know, simplistic side. And of course, if you want to buy some Louis Vuitton sneakers or Louis Vuitton skates, supplier down below. Now, the next sneaker that I will say sells really good in 2025 is Bottegas. You know what I'm saying? As you can see, I got a pair of them right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go sell these. Now, the great thing I notice about these is these don't get taken down on any marketplace. I really don't know why, but I think it's because it's a more newer designer shoe. They haven't caught on to the counterfeits, but as me scrolling down on eBay, or I probably put some screenshots up A lot of these Bottegas are on eBay and on Depop and on any marketplace. I posted them on Facebook Marketplace and they did not get taken down. When I posted the Louis Vuitton skates on eBay, they did get taken down for counterfeit items. So with the Bottegas, they're really good because you do not have to worry about your listing getting taken down, which is a really good thing. You know what I mean? Because that means more people can see your items and you can sell it for an even more higher price. And as of this video, I have a Bottega Veneta supplier inside my supplier link. So make sure y'all tap in with that, you know what I'm saying? And they're a really nice shoe, you know what I mean? And they're really hot. They just got really hot out of nowhere. I did not see Bottegas like 2023, 2024, but in 2025, they just blew up out of nowhere, which is really nice. It's a really hype shoe, which means more demand. Now, I just listed a few of sneakers, but if you want me to be honest, the selection is literally endless. Like, you can pick any designer shoe, like any designer shoe, and it'll sell great. You know what I mean? I didn't even list like Prada's, you know what I'm saying? That's an honorable mention. Like, basically any other designer shoe, you know what I mean? You can look through my supplier or do your own research and find a designer shoe that's getting repped as we speak and just resell that. Because designer shoes are very sought out for, because most people don't want to spend a band plus just for some sneakers that they're gonna wear and dirty anyways, you know what I mean? So they're always gonna come to you, and there's always gonna be a pocket for profit, you know what I mean? Just because you are gonna be that middleman that'll connect them to a lower price shoe. But yeah, I just wanna conclude this video, you know what I mean? I feel like I could have added so many more shoes to this list, but just because there's just so much selection and I'm only going on top of my head of shoes that I personally, you know, bought and sold or received and sold, it's only like so much, you know what I mean? But there's endless possibilities. There's so many shoes that you could resell in the designer shoe game. The possibilities are endless, for real. If you enjoyed this video, you feel me, like and sub, you know what I mean? There will be more information and more videos like this on the way. I just want to say, keep reselling and keep on your game, because eventually you will prevail, you know what I'm saying? Eventually you will get to where you want to be, you know what I mean? It takes a lot of patience and hard work though. Thank you for watching. $5 supplier down below for all the shoes that I listed, you know what I mean? If you want a good shoe supplier with faster times, faster shipping, higher quality, better prices, tap in down below. Thank you so much for watching. Stay great and stay blessed. Garments Finds, I'm out.